Okay, some of you are going to be kind of new to SAP. Now, this class we're using SAP, and we're actually using a live version of SAP. What you would really see, we're using something called the Fiori app, and it's something you might see when you're working at a company that uses SAP, depending on the interface they use. But this is called the Fiori interface that you're going to be learning. And you're going to be doing real transactions just like you would be if you're working on SAP. At a business place. So let's go ahead and just open up this first thing here. And this is for spring semester, so if you're watching this in another semester, it might vary a little bit. But first thing you want to do is you want to look up your login and password. And this is going to download an Excel file. And that Excel file will look like something like this. I'm going to use one out here a little bit further out. I'm going to pretend I'm student 015, and we're going to note the initial password and the client and the system number. So it's 290. The initial password is global 3. So I'm going to go ahead and close that. And then it says to launch this. So I remember I said I was going to use a different one from my students. So I'm going to go learn -015. I'm going to hit tab to go to the next one, and the password is global 3. And the initial client was 290, or the client's 290. Don't forget to put in the client. And then we go log in. And it's going to want us to change the password. So I'm going to put in the same password again. And then a new password. Then write down your password. That way you remember it. And so now I put in my password I had that you're given at the beginning of class in that spreadsheet, and then my new password twice. Don't forget your new password. Now, if you do forget your password or you make a mistake 3 times, if you log in 3 times and you guess the password wrong, or you forget to put the 290 in or something like that, it's going to lock you out, and you'll have to email me. So you get 3 tries before you get locked out. After that happens, you'd have to email me, have me unlock your password. So here I'm going to go change. And I'm going to go continue. And sometimes it acts kind of weird like this, right? This happens to me almost every time when I try to log in. I usually just hit stop. And then I go ahead and just quit. And I go back and try to get in again. So let me go back to the navigation. Let me go back into Fiori. And the next time you go in, and then it shows you in. So here I am, learn 015. Okay. And so now you've done, that's all you have to do. So you just completed this part right here. So let's go ahead and move on to part 2, navigation and warehouse management. And so it's going to look a little bit like this, and you have different menus here you have to look for, okay, under depending on what your position is. This can all be customizable too. So let's just go ahead. I'm just going to go ahead and jump into the next thing, and it's navigation and warehouse management part 1. So in order to do that, you're going to download this file right here. I've already downloaded it. It looks like this, and the first thing we want to do is we want to look for this menu here, create purchase order. Okay, so create purchase order. I think it's under materials management. Yeah, right here, create purchase order is under materials management. And the next thing it wants us to do, I'm going to go ahead and close this help screen. And the next thing that we want to do is, I got into the wrong, create purchase order. Sorry, I lost my directions here. Let me open my directions again. Navigate. Sorry, I got lost here. I closed the window down by mistake. I want to open this up. Okay. So the next thing it says that we want to put in US 00, N00, and US 00 is a company code. Okay. And before we do that, we want to go 103, and then the number in your login was where this number. Whenever you see this number here, you put in whatever number is in your login. So I'm going to go back to create purchase order. Vendor is going to be, remember, it's going to be 103, and then so let's just show you here. This is going to be 103, and I'm using 015. Remember, and a lot of times you can click here and search for it. You just have to remember your whatever your login is. So whatever your login, learn-000 or 00 whatever 014, whatever you are, you're going to put that number in here, and then let's go back, look at it again. So it says then fill in. Okay, then you're going to click enter after that. All these instructions are confirm your entries by clicking enter. So I'm going to hit enter, and then this is going to come up. And then the next thing we want is US 00, N00, and US 00. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go US 00. And then here, remember that was N00. So I'm going to type in N00. And then here, we're going to go US 00. Okay? And then what does it say next? It says, and then we're going to hit this little plus button to expand your selection. So then we're going to go here, hit this little plus button, and you get this right here. Alright, and we're going to keep going. It says enter in KAPD1, and again I'm going to put 015 because that was my login. Under material, where was it? KDP1, KDP1, double check, KP81, KP81. Be careful how careful how you put it in there. KP81, and we're 015. Okay, and then we're going to put in 50 as a PO quantity. PO quantity is 50. And then it says SD00 is the plant. And the plant is right here. And you can actually click this. And then click this and hit enter if you want. And the storage location should be TG00. And here it is right here. Okay. I got an error here. What's going on? Okay, so I must have hit enter by mistake and I shouldn't have done that. So I got to fix this. That's alright. Delivery date. We want the delivery date. That's alright if you make a mistake. We can go in here and try and fix it. So the delivery date is 8 days from today. Now I'm going to do 8 business days. So 8 business days would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to go to the 10th. And then the net price was 50. Or what was the price? Let's go back and look. Price is 40. See what happens is I hit enter by mistake. I think we can fix this all. storage location, TG00, double check. So 50, SD00, TG00, 48. Yeah. Let's just go ahead and put in the next row too, as long as we're here. And then I'm going to put in the next row is going to be, this might look a little bit different, like I said, because I hit enter, but you can still put this, now it's EAPD1. Before it's KAPD1, now it's EAPD1. Let's go ahead and put this in here, EPAD1. Remember 015, because that was my login. PO quantity was 50. Delivery date was 8. We'll do it 8 working days. Net price. So it's still 40. SD00 and TG00. And let's just double check to make sure we got all the information in. 50 is the PO quantity. They put the PO quantity in, yeah. SD00, TG00, 40 in 8 days. And that says when they're done, we hit enter. So let's go back here. Now remember, I hit enter by mistake last time. So let me hit enter again. So now it fixed it. Okay. So now I don't have any errors here. And it should look a lot like what we have right here. Now remember, I made a mistake. That's why. So now after I'm done, I'm going to have to hit save. See where it says save right here? And so now I'm just going to go save. And it gives me this PO number. Now it's always good to write this down because you might need it later. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll just do a screenshot of it. But you want to write it down this. I'm going to go do a screenshot. I'm going to go window. I'm going to go window shift S and get a screenshot of that. Because I might need it later. You never know when you're doing these exercises if you need these things later. And then once it's created, you don't have, it says to click save. It already created the PO. I guess I could click save. It doesn't really hurt. But really, all it says to go hit. Now, don't hit this home. You want to hit this home. Okay. So now we're on to the next step. So now it says display stock overview. So I'm going to look for display stock overview. That's probably, where's that probably going to be? Maybe materials management. And we want to look for display stock overview. Where's it at? Right here. Display stock overview. And then now we're going to put in the same material we put in last time. So it's KAPD1 pound pound pound. So I'm going to put in here now we do a PAD1. And mine's 015, right? That's what we want. Let's just double check the number. KPAD1. And I hit execute. It's going to give you something like this. And then it says to, so we got this. That looks exactly like what we have, right? And then it says to double click on SD00 San Diego. So I double click here. And it shows that this is 50, and that's what it shows here. So I think you get the idea. So you got to be very careful. I just want to get you started, but you just got to read the instructions very careful, item by item, and you should be able to get through it. All right. So I'm going to stop there. I don't want to keep going. I want you to kind of figure this out on your own now. SAP can be very picky. If you don't follow the instructions exactly, you could have a problem, but you can always go back and work on it. All right. So I'm going to stop there.